So we read through page 526 and looked at some examples on 527. Now we're ready to make our own stem and leaf plot. They always have to have a title. And so since it's problem 1 and there's no information other than that, that's our title. You make an off-kilter T-chart though, right? The stem is only going to have one number on it, and all the leaves are going to have multiple data points. Question, Emma?
And the leaf part, they don't have to be in order?
They do have to be in order on the final part. And so I want to put them in order right away, to be honest. In the book, they did it in 2 separate steps. I find that tedious, and I don't like to do that. I want to do it in 1 step. But it does require you're careful. So, what's our biggest number? And our smallest number? 2 is our small number, and 21 is our biggest number, right? Which means everything goes to the 10th place. So our stems, how many tens are there for the number 2? How many tens are there?
3.
No. There are 0 tens. So you're going to start with 0, 1, and 2, because we don't have to go higher than 21. So you look at the minimums and maximums to decide what my stems have to be. If your lowest number is 41, then you start with 4. Okay? Now, I like to cross the numbers off in order to make sure I don't have to rearrange them. So my lowest number you told me was 2, and then I cross it off my list. Then I see a 3. And Logan asked a great question. Do you need commas? And the answer is no. On this one, you don't need commas because every number is going to stand for its own data point. No, it's actually wrong. Stem and leaf plots don't have commas. The reason it's one of those things is because then it saves you that 1 mark between every data point. We just know so far we've crossed off 2 of our data points.
If you did put commas, would you get it wrong?
You would, because stem and leaf plots do not have commas. It's a great question. Now, oops, am I done with my ones place? I got a 7. Now I am though, correct? Now I'm going to look for my lowest number that has something in the tens place, that has a 1 in the tens place. What goes next? 11. So I just put a 1 there because this means there's 1 10 and 1 1. 14. So I just put a 4 because that means I have 1 10 and 4 1s. Notice I lined it up. I try to line up my numbers so that when you're finding the median and those things, it becomes easier. And then what if I have 2 5s? Do I put both?
Yeah.
Yes, you have to put both. Every single data point has to be accounted for. This is the answer. You should write it down. And then I see a 17, so I'm going to put a 7. What's my first number in the 2 row? 0, because there's 2 10s and 0 1s, and then a 1. Here's my double check. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 data points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 leaves in my stem and leaf plot. What's your question, bud?
Like, the empty spaces, could you put like zeros right there? So
Ooh, if I put a 0 here, what does that mean?
that means that it's gonna be 0.
That's a data point. And so if there's nothing in there, the answer to that is no. I'm so glad you asked. So, if I have a stem and leaf plot like this one, and I have nothing in the row that says 2, what does that mean? There's no 20 anythings. There's no 21 or 24 or 25. So it's an awesome question. You just leave it blank because that helps to show the gaps. That's an awesome question. Can you make a stem and leaf plot? Okay.